Okay, session 3. Let's think about the eyelashes and the shading around the eye. Okay, so first things first, let's make sure we got this line that runs along the bottom of the eyelid. It runs parallel to this bottom of the eyelid here. We'll do it on both sides. You might notice some shadowing of what I've done before. I did do this before and then I realised the filming hadn't worked. So what you do now is to create a reservoir of graphite. Now I'm using an HB pencil, not ideal for this. It's still possible, but it's not ideal. Okay, what you could be using is a 2B or a 4B. 4B is probably a little bit too soft, but a 2B is good. Okay, 2 pencil that is. Now you load up your graphite onto your blending tool, and then you can draw where you think the top of the eyelid will be. Not this bit where it's attached to the eye itself, but the top of the eyelid, normally where the eyeball might be sitting. Okay, and then you fan out. Let's get rid of some of that. And then you fan out around the top of that line away from the eyeball. Okay, all the way around until you come down here in front, and then you just tuck down in front here like this. Okay, so that's what you've got on that side. Do the same on the other side. Maybe this could be a little bit higher. I don't know. Maybe it can be a little bit higher. I'll be like that. And then this one on this side, same again. Draw yourself an eyelid, or the back of the eyelid, and then it can go up like this. Watch out for my hand. Unfortunately, I've got very big arms, so I've got arms so they get in the way. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen very often. So across the top like this to create that shadow on the top, and then down the front like that. Okay, so you have that, and then you use again the graphite. You go into the bottom of the eyelid, into the bottom of the eyelid, and there. That will give you an idea of the top lid. I'll get in there a little bit darker just to show you, and the bottom lid, which make this, it must come vertically down from this one, so I'm going to get in the way a little bit, I'm afraid. Vertically down from that second line, the second line that you draw parallel with the first one, into there, and then a little bit of a curve. Okay, that creates the shadow that sits underneath the eye. Alright, next thing you do is the eyelashes. Now, the thing that most people forget is they must start long on the side and horizontal. Most people start by going straight up in the air. Make sure they start horizontal, and then they get slightly shorter as they come to the middle, and they become more vertical, and then they begin to curve the other way. Okay, I'll do that on both sides. So horizontal, and then they curve upwards in a sort of diagonal, and then they get more vertical and shorter until they are vertical, and then they start curving the other way. Okay, and once you've done that, and you've got the member that must start off horizontal and they become vertical, then you blend along the bottom like that. Okay, and you blend on the other side along the bottom next to the eyelid, and then you can start plumping them up by putting them going in slightly different directions. Okay, this is what happens when you put mascara on, from what I've been told. It just makes your top lid lashes look much fuller, and therefore obviously various people have different types of lashes. You know, you're not going to do this for everybody you do a portrait of, but you might find some who've got really strong lashes, and this is how you do it, or you just do slightly less. Okay, and then at the bottom lid, there's lighter one, there's less eyelashes in the bottom than there are on the top. Significantly less eyelashes. Okay, so I'm now going to do that on this side here. Try and make them a little bit longer. Remember, crossing, they can be stronger, they can be lighter, but I'm doing the top ones full. The one thing you've got to remember with the top ones is they become more vertical towards the middle of the eye, and they become, as they go past the middle of the eye, they go horizontal, or they begin to go horizontal, more diagonal. And then I'm going to do this back down here. And remember, the bottom eyelashes, they come from around about the edge of the second line, and then you just add a little bit of blending into that. Creates a little bit of shadow, which you always get a little bit underneath the eye there. Okay, so you now have the two eyes done. I hope you get that sorted and give that a go. Okay.